Welcome everyone back to the Crimson 15 podcast. I'm your host, Crimson Sin.
15 PCA.
810-454.
Be sure to check us out over on Twitter at C15 Podcast. Join the discussion over on Discord, link in the description below. And if you're enjoying the videos, be sure to sub, like, share, and hit that bell for notifications. The Owl House, Season 2, Episode 7, Ida's Requiem. And this is the good stuff. This is exactly what this show could possibly be all the time. Just push Luce to the outer rim. She's hardly in this episode at all, and her B plot is meaningless. It's just some silly race that she wants to do with King, and it's mostly all about Ida and her character, which is absolutely fantastic. She has all these deep, complex emotions. She's going through all these different changes about, I lost my magic, but I'm taking care of this girl, and King, they're kind of like my family, and she's kind of like the mom, and she has those feelings, and they're leaving. Luce wants to go back home. King wants to go meet his dad. So she's getting this, what am I good for now? These stupid bastards made me fall in love with them, and now they're leaving. So she has that kind of, because the way Ida is, she's gonna lash out a little bit because that's just who she is. But deep down inside, she loves them so much. She rather, you see in this episode, she'd rather die than have to face that, right? And it's so good. Oh my goodness, this episode is so freaking good. And the animation is really done well, and we get really good music. It's just, we'll jump right in, and we see Ida's looking on down her list of things she needs to do, and then she sees the picture with her, Luce, and King. So they're like this weird little family. Families can be anything. And sometimes families are found, and sometimes they find you. It's pretty awesome. But, she's thinking about them. Look at that face. She loves them. Oh, Ida, you love them so much. Oh, you're so sweet. She looks out the window because she hears them practicing, and she has that look of oh my goodness, they're so cute. I love this. This is a contentment. This is just someone who has their place. She's going to be protecting them, but deep down inside, she knows the time's coming to an end. So it's it should even get to have it for that long. But of course, nothing's perfect, right? So I got to complain about something, right? We got Luce here doing inverted sit-ups. When did she become this physical character? It's ridiculous, because I bring it up every single time because it was such a stupid joke, and I'm never going to let it go. In season 1, she couldn't pull a lever on the wall because she says, I'm a nerd and I'm weak. Now she's doing inverted sit-ups? What? When was this physical training program she undertook? It just happened, right? But then they're gonna do this test, this race. I guess there's some dumb race. I don't even know what it is or why they do it. But King wants to do this race, but it's really not King. It's just Luce doing it, and King's just gonna hang out on her broom. Why not have King be someone in the crowd, so when Luce wins, he just jumps out and then says, hey dad, here I am, I want to meet you. Why did he have to actually be on the broom? It's just in the damn way. So what? It's just stupid. This whole plot is just stupid. But that's the whole case. He wants to win this race. Since everyone watches this race, apparently, we just found about it today, and and it's such a popular thing. It's going to be on TV, which is another stupid thing that shouldn't exist in this world. And his dad's going to see it. And I'm going to go be with my dad, but I'm afraid to tell Ida, because then it's oh, Ida, I'm leaving. Then, she's like, oh crap, she kind of hides from the window because she was watching him, but she gets those feelings of oh yeah, Luce is going home, and what's King doing? He's going to be doing his own thing, and I guess they don't need me anymore. Look how sad she is. I don't like seeing Ida sad because it breaks my heart. And she's going through, oh, I guess, I'll just, got to forget these things. I got to move on, right? She sees it's not a guitar. It's is it a lute? Is that what this thing is? And she's like, oh yeah. She starts playing it. I guess this must be from her past. And magic starts happening. I'm like, oh, I thought she lost all her magic. What's this? So, music magic, something like a bard would use, right? So you don't need circles, the magic circles, to use music magic. You just got to play music. So if you're say, Luce would play the guitar, nothing would happen, right? Or any other a magical character. So if Atomy played the guitar, would it not be magical because she's not part of that track, that school? Or does it not matter? See, there's things like that I can't help but think about, But whatever. So magic stuff starts happening, like lifting up and moving around and everything. And she's like, oh, wow, that's interesting. Maybe I get a little bit of my magic's coming back. But then it kind of just ends. And she's like, oh, I guess not. But we see that it's killing things. She has like a death song. She's like freaking, like she sings. So her music is deadly. And because it started like poisoning the plants and like killing it. So I'm like, oh, that's not good, because I guess it could be like a weapon, but how do you even control something like that? So I'm like, that's definitely super interesting. We get back to Luz practicing, flying around and everything. It's okay. It's she's doing all this stuff, and I guess King gets sick, like he gets like air sick or whatever. I'm like, okay, that's interesting. Again, it's not really worth much of nothing, but we see on TV. I hate the fact that there's television in this. That just doesn't make any sense. I hate the idea of there being like technology and how the technology is in the same place as it is on Earth. Like they have social media and stuff. Why that it bothers me, because why would it progress at the same rate? Like where would there be things like their version of Twitter or Facebook, or was it Instagram, like Instagram, and they talk about streaming and stuff? Why? Does it make any damn sense? But we see on TV that they're going to crown a new leader of the Bards, the Bard School. I guess another person retired. And we got this person. So people are telling me that this person is non-binary. They don't say anything in the episode. And I didn't really notice pronouns, because I look at someone who they are on the inside and their character. And this guy, I guess I can't say guy, right? I gotta say person. This person is a pretty good person. They believe what they believe in. They're going to stand up to evil. All that matters to me. Your pronouns don't matter to me. It's who you are as a person that matters to me. But I guess it's they, them, whatever. If I mess up and I say him, or it's just because it's just hard for me. It's going to take me a while. Just like with Double Trouble, it's going to take me a while to acclimate to that. But Rain is their name. And they seem very nervous to be accepting this position, and they don't want to like talk and give a speech, but he goofs it all up because they don't like having the spotlight, and literally runs off. And I first thought that when I first saw this, I'm like, man, seriously, this dude is gonna be like, oh no, I'm a crybaby. But we see later on in the episode, he actually has really strong convictions. He just doesn't like the spotlight. Oh, that was pretty funny. But then, Ida's like, oh, because Eden knew this person from the past. I'm like, oh, that's interesting. Luce and King come inside, and they're talking about, oh, yeah, we're getting ready for this race, and we're going to win. It's going to be great and wonderful. But we have, I guess because the whole Luce is still waiting on that stupid mouse, the memory mouse thing, Echo Mouse, to like spit out more information. Again, in the comments, explain to me, how the hell does this mouse work? How do you control what it shows you? I'm assuming this mouse has eaten plenty of books. So when does it choose or not choose to show things? Like, how does any of that work? It's a stupid thing. It makes no damn sense. So the mouse doesn't want to show anything because it's super scared. I'm like, why is the mouse scared? Why isn't the mouse in its cage? But I guess Hootie keeps eating it because owls eat mice, and that's what they do. And it's he has to, like, I don't know how she gets it out of him. And I don't think that does Hootie have to go to the bathroom? I don't know. She's like, oh, I got him back, but he's pretty scared. And this is something where I'm helping King, and it's like occupying my time because I can't really do anything about my problem. And they're like, oh, King needs to talk to you about what we're doing this for and everything. And he kind of wants to, he needs to discuss something with you. And that's that hard moment of like, yeah, I'm going to go, when I find my dad, I'm going to go be with him for, I don't know, like leave you or be with him for a while. And I'm not going to be living with you anymore. But of course, Ida just like, she doesn't want to hear the words. She knows it's true, but she's like, oh, you need to keep training. And, she just avoids the whole situation because it hurts. She goes to the bar and she's, of course, you drop all of your emotions on the bartender, right? And she's like drinking, this is alcohol, right? But it's like in a juice box. I guess wine comes in a box. So she has her own little personal little like wine thing. And she's like, it's just hard to hear and trying to be like sympathetic. And I do like the bar. This is a great joke. I love it.
Sure, I get it. It's like every time you come in here, I think maybe she'll pay her tab this time.
Yeah, I also have a dream where you're going to pay your tab. But we see the guards outside and they're screwing with some dude, you know, giving him the business because she doesn't want to join a house. She doesn't want to do that whole like single track thing. But then, you know, Edith goes up there, hey, leave him alone, buddy. But they're like, our lady has no magic. I brought this up in the season finale of last year. And I thought they were going to be on the run, running from the cops and lay low. They seem not to care. I guess because she's been depowered, they're not going to do anything. But why not arrest her now? Why not make sure she stays put away? Like, why leave her free? Whatever. And it's like, hey, you know, she can still fight. That's the thing. Edith still go out there. She can still throw down. And they're going to use a spell on her. And then, okay, I don't even know what this kind of guy's magic is. We've seen him before, but I forget. We hear music and it dispels their spell, which is interesting. I'm assuming, again, there's lots of bard magic spells. And usually in my mind, when I think of bards, I think of buffs and debuffs. They play their music and it's going to give you more attack speed. It's going to give you stronger resistance. It's going to make you less scared. It's going to give you more bravery points or something. That's when I think of bards, that's what I think. I don't really think of them as able to manipulate things. Like I guess they could, like their debuffs, that's their attacks. Like I don't really see them having like direct attacks. Like they shouldn't be able to, in my mind, like if they play their song, it doesn't like hurt you, but it can like make you scared. It can make you like maybe see, you know, bring down your defense or something, not necessarily do an actual physical thing. But we got these dudes and they got like bat masks on or something. Like what's the deal with that? And of course we can tell it's Rain, right? It's, they're out there and they're standing up to the guards because they don't like the idea of the way the Emperor is forcing people to do stuff. And I do like how Rain is able to give like a speech, even though they're like, oh man, this is so lame. It is a little cringy to go out there and be like, haha, I'm the hero of the day. But Rain gets through it and it does sound kind of nice. And of course, Ida instantly knows who it is. But we have this music's able to physically control them, like make them march around and force them to their knees and stuff. I don't necessarily agree with that's how bard magic should work, but that's how it works here. I guess it can do all kinds of stuff. And we never heard about bard magic until this moment. Like even in the school, they never even talked about it. And if they did, I don't remember. You know, refresh me in the comments below if they did talk about this. But they're doing it through instruments, and well, I thought maybe someone should be able to sing and use like their voice as their magic, but it's done through instruments, which is fine. But we have some more so they get these guys to go away, and then of course we have, oh, hello, wow, you're such a wonderful person. The little voice for this character is ridiculous, and I love it. But then they're able to put on earmuffs, and that's enough to like stop the music from working. I don't know, do you have to hear the music? I'm assuming, I guess you kind of have to. So if you cover your ears and the magic won't work, but they could manipulate something else to hurt you, right? Like, you know, someone who isn't wearing earmuffs and have them, since they can literally control your body. Anyways, Edith's like, hey, down here, let's get out of here, because she knows all the ways out of town. They throw a little smoke bomb or whatever, and boom, they get out of there. They get down to the sewers. She's like, this is how you get out of here. And like, oh, thank you, owl lady. That was really nice of you. And he's like, you know, is there any way we can repay you? She's like, oh, can I join your little team? Even though I don't have any magic, I know a lot of things. I know how to get out of town. I know how to do all this stuff. See, Edith's trying to find something. Because she's like, oh, if I'm going to lose Luce, I'm going to lose King. I'm going to have nothing. She still have Hootie. You still have your mom and you still have your sister, right? Go live with them. I don't know. But she's just trying to give herself purpose. Oh, I'll help these people because they need help. I hate the Emperor. He's a jerk, and they think he's a jerk too. So I'll be on this team. That'll be my new thing. But we have one member who was like, oh, we're not taking anyone in new right now. I thought this character was going to betray them, like, because she keeps giving Ida the side eye and everything. Like, oh no, I hope she doesn't set them up and like, you know, get them in trouble. But I guess that doesn't happen. Maybe it does. I don't know. We'll talk about it when it happens. But Rain jumps out and she's like, oh yeah, of course. And she knows it's Rain, right? Because the hair, the voice, the music, and they have passed. They know each other. I'm like, oh, that's super cool. Because I like how Rain looks like, oh, how dare you expose me? But they're like, hey, this is my buddy, Ida. We go back a long ways. And that's when I thought, oh, this other girl's like jealous. Look at her face. She's like, I hate this person. But of course, Ida's awesome. Like, you're Ida's friend. That's the coolest thing ever. Get a flashback. And oh my God. She's so beautiful. She's so pretty. I love it. Their red hair is just, redheads will ruin your life. But my God, they're beautiful. They're playing music and stuff. So they had it. I'm not saying, were they like dating? I think it was more like, we're super best friends. And they just never took that next step. It's like, dude, seriously, come on. Obviously, she's into you and you're into her. Just be together. But I think they just, the whole taking different paths and, I guess Rain ends up working for the Emperor and everything. And I guess they kind of hate each other. But we see this early relationship and it's super nice. Look how cute they are together. It's ridiculous. I absolutely love it. Ida deserves to be happy. Ida deserves to have a partner that cares about her as much as she cares about them. It's awesome. I love every moment of it. And they're playing their little song together. It's gorgeous. Absolutely beautiful. Look, oh my goodness, look how beautiful she is. It's ridiculous. This guy, that Rain, get on it. you are a fool. Just like in freaking Carmen Sandiego. Freaking Graham, you are a damn fool. Get on this like ASAP. Oh my goodness, you're an idiot. But I like how Rain's like, you know what? You inspired me to like stand up for myself and what I believe in, because I saw what the Emperor was doing, capturing people were just disappearing. Like if they don't agree with the Emperor, like, oh, they go to re-education camp, and he hates it. Rain absolutely hates it. You see how frustrated Rain gets? You have that where Rain is very, he doesn't want to make a lot of noise. He doesn't want to do all these things, but you can see that Rain does have strong emotions. And they're like, hey, if Ida can stand up and do what is right, so can I. So he starts this bards against the Empress of like the bats or something. It's so stupid. That's why they have their little masks on. And we see the girl, I forgot to mention the girl from it was the first episode where she was in the re-education camp or whatever. There she is again. I thought she was super cute. But they go, okay, let's then the guards are starting to like sneak around and stuff. Like, let's get out of here. So Rain puts his hand out. She grabs his hand. I love it. Just be together. Oh my goodness. You honestly both care about each other very, very much. I don't know. Am I crazy? Make it happen. And then we got loose. Get back to this stupid subplot. I hate it so much because it's not bad. It's just the other plot with Ida is so much better. They're like doing push-ups and stuff and like getting physically strong. I guess this is our, when we see Luce do physical things, we're like, oh, look, she trains. Okay. I guess, whatever. But we have, they're going to talk about, what you can do when you meet your dad and all that kind of stuff. And of course he wants to, it's weird for a child who's never known their parent. You want their approval, but at the same time, I would be like, hey Dad, why the hell did you leave me there by myself? Like, why didn't you ever come back for me? Why didn't you ever come looking for me? Those are the kind of hard questions he's going to have to ask. So instead of like, oh, hey, Daddy, I love you so much, there's got to be a reason, right? And no matter what the reason, abandoning your child, that's got to be a pretty good damn reason. It's got to be big. I don't want King's dad to be a bad person. Like, oh, you, hey, how's it going, kiddo? Like, I don't know how he's going to be. I hope there's a real good reason why he couldn't be with him. Or like, where's his mom? Like, that's not a thing either. But there you go. We see, I do see how she did her hair. She did her hair like how she used to. I love it. Oh my God, I love it so much. She has it up in the ponytail. Yes, she's going like on a mission or whatever. So you want your hair out of the way. That's part of it. I think most of it is like, oh, you remember how I used to wear my hair when we were younger. I love it. I don't care what anyone says. That's why she did her hair this way. She's like, Lucy's like, hey, Ida, Kingston needs to talk to you about something. Oh, we'll talk about it later. It's important enough. It can wait till after the race. I don't want to, get in your headspace, basically. Just focus on the game, focus on the competition. She's like, hey, Ida, like even Luce is starting to kind of figure out, like, Ida's not acting normal, but hey, I'll let her do her own thing. She gets to the bat meeting and they have like their little map and she's like, these are all the different points we're going to be going to. And I guess they're going to do a raid. The Empress Coven's going to go capture a bunch of people and they're going to be there to stop it. And of course, Ida's like, hey, I don't have magic, but I know the city and I got a plan. And this is that trope where they talk about the plan and the plan's happening as they're talking about it. So when I first saw this, I thought, oh, she's going to be talking about the plan and this is how it's going to go. And then when it really happens, it doesn't happen this way because no plan ever survives first contact. But it actually is happening as she's saying it, which is, I don't like that. It's just that's a personal thing with me. But, distract the guards, go over here, we're going to save these people. And then when the guards are distracted, I'm going to crack open the thing and everyone's going to run out. Oh, super nice. So they actually got that done. And it's the end of the night. Like, ooh, we were out there, saving all those people. So I'm like, oh, I guess it happened. Like, oh, okay. It's the next morning. But we have, that, they did their thing and everything. And I guess there's going to be another bigger raid. They're gonna go after some more people, and we see that they make it home, and it's nice to see them just being together. They have very good chemistry. Rain and Ida, they're good together, and I like how Rain's able to relax and be themselves. Rain doesn't have to worry about like you can see, like before when Rain was giving the speeches, that they were very embarrassed But with Ida, it's not like that. Look at that face. That's that I can say and do anything around you because I know I'm safe with you. Oh my God, I love it so much. I love it. I love it. I love it. And Ida kind of is playful back and forth because that's how she is. And I really like it. I like it so much. I love it with all my heart. He makes the lute appear and like, oh, you can still play, right? She's like, well, I don't have any magic. It's not going to do anything, but you can still play. You can still play your song. She starts doing it and, the magic starts working and everything. And oh my God, she's so beautiful. Hot Rain, she's right there. You got to let her know how you feel. Oh my goodness. Then Rain's like, oh my goodness, this is interesting because they see the paper starts to burn and things start dying. And even the little like sigils that are like on their little earring like disappear. And Ida's like, oh, I guess it doesn't really work that well. Haha, here you go. Here's this back. And I'll see you later tonight for the next mission. Look how content Ida is. Look at that smile. I as much as I hate her crying and her being sad because it hurts my heart, nothing makes me happier than seeing her smile. Then Rain's like, this is interesting. She's not supposed to have her magic anymore, but she's able to play her music and it's still having a negative effect. So I'm guessing the curse is making her magic like poison, but is it killing her at the same time? I don't know. It's interesting. Get to the race. I hate it. It's stupid. It's dumb. It's like a TV broadcast and all the schools are there. So I guess this is a school event. I don't know. I wasn't paying attention because it doesn't make any sense. Then like we see the other teachers. Do we see these people again? I like how Bump is like, hey, I'm a teacher too. Like I'm the principal, the headmaster of his school. Then they're like, why is Luce in her Gromball uniform? They're like me putting on a football uniform to run a race. Like it's super weird. Like I guess it gives her some protection. Like, I don't know if this event even has rules. But King is still trying to talk to Ida, and she still doesn't want to hear it. She doesn't want to get heartbroken, but she's like, come on, just go out there, do your best. I know you're going to win. And, give all the good pep talk type stuff. Why is Gus like this? Help your dad. Don't be a jerk. But I guess they kind of go over like, oh, they have to go down, up the arm and back. And that's the race. I'm like, okay. They win this cup and this is great. I love this kind of like, oh, this is his great prize, and then they do something like this.
Winners get their names etched on the cup of ephemeral glory. All victory is fleeting.
It's just like, this thing is ugly. I don't want this thing. It's a freaking monster. It looks like the Necronomicon. But okay, they get on the race line. There's only like 5-6 racers. Okay, they get ready, and boom, they take off. I do like how one mom's like, woohoo, go, she's like, hey, which one of them's yours? And just assuming that Ida's a mom, and she doesn't like the idea of being a mom, but she does love it because when you're taking care of someone and you're raising them and it affects you, and it's just awesome because, deep down inside Ida's like a mom, even though she gets these feelings of wanting to be free, not wanting to be locked down, and being a mom is like an ultimate lockdown, right? But you don't mind it because you love the people you're taking care of. So it's just, I love it so much. It's great. She gets a call on her damn cell phone. I hate the technology because they have like television and streaming, and yet they have like crow phones. It's so stupid. She gets a call. Rain's like, hey, I got a hit on a mission. I know you're busy, but you know, if you could, we need your help. And of course, she's on it because, now I get to avoid the situation. So I'm going to go do this. Even if it's going to freaking kill me, I don't care. Does her hair up again. I love her hair up. Oh my God, it looks so good. They're in the forest. Like, yeah, there's going to be a hit here, but you know, we have to be on our toes. They start using their Rain does his bow magic, kind of scope the area. And we see that there's some abomination like goop on the ground because they're on two different sides of a bridge and they've been ambushed. They got set up, and I thought, oh no, that one girl set up Ida, but then we saw earlier that she kind of liked her. Like they kind of saw like that mom in her. So I'm like, oh, hopefully it was weird that they even showed that she was jealous, but then she kind of like, because once you hang out with Ida and you see that she actually has a good heart, it's like impossible to hate her. So I'm glad that she wasn't a betrayer because that would have broke my heart. But we see some more of the heads of the houses, right? So we get this guy, and he's like super like Zarbon in Dragon Ball Z. He has that. He has a very Zarbon self way. He's very, very into how he looks and his presentation, but he's the one controlling all the abomination stuff. And we've only ever seen like Amity and Amity's parents use abominations as like, oh, you make like a goop man and the goop man is going to fight for you like a golem. He's using abominations in ways that we haven't seen. Like he's able to like become the abomination goop. Super weird. It's interesting to see that the magic can be used in different ways. And we get this little feral child. Is this an adult? Is this just like her species is just tiny? Like she's like a little wolf girl or little wolf lady. Rain's like, oh crap. It's I forget they have names. Again, I'm awful, horrible with names. I'm never going to remember them unless they use them all the time in the show. But Rain's like, man, we're in deep trouble if they're here because they're super strong witches too. So it's kind of cool to see the people at the top of their game because we've only seen the children kind of use magic and when Ida and Adeline, she fought her sister. That was such a cool fight because they're like masters, they're high up there, witches. So it's kind of cool to see stronger people use magic. Get back to the race and they're flying around doing their thing. And it's like, oh, I don't care about the race. It's stupid. King's there and he's talking crap and Luz is able to like speed by and do her thing. It's I don't know. Why is King even there? Can someone explain to me why King had to be there? But they get to the loop and they're coming back and like, oh, they're going to win. I do like how she used her whip to like make so she can grab on and swing around. So I guess there's no rules. Can you attack the other people? There's a bad camera. Why would there be cameras? I hate this so much. But I'm like, oh, I guess she's going to totally win. Get back to the more important thing. This little wolf girl can like smell, and they're like, oh, we need to find the traitor. She's smelling around. Can she talk? Or is she literally like an animal? Like she does like noises. Smelling around. This isn't the person we're looking for. We caught some of them, but not all of them. Because, we see that, here's another interesting thing. He teleports them to the prison. So within the abomination, he's able to also make portals. This stuff is crazy. Like, I want to know exactly how they're able to do all these things. Like, that's just nuts. So What's-Her-Face ends up back in jail, back in the Reformatorium. And he's like, I want to get out of here. Just show yourselves. Get arrested. You can't beat us. He doesn't want to be out here in the woods. He doesn't like like Zarbon. Oh, no, my clothes got dirty. He doesn't like any of that stuff. But I do like how she's able to do a little, so she does like a vision spell. So she can like see in the dark or like show, look at their tracks and stuff. But so she had to use a circle for this, but other times they don't need to use circles, but she gives herself freaking smog eyes and she's looking around. They see some footprints and like, oh, we're going to follow them this way. But super smart. I like how Ida doesn't have her shoes on. I'm like, oh, she's probably like leading him a different way. Look at this right here. It's everything. It's all my heart. I love it. Give me this, all of this, all the time. I could not want anything more. Look at this. Oh my goodness. Are we gonna get a kiss sometime in the show? I want to see them kiss and be together and be happy because they work so well together. I love it. But they're like, okay, we have, they have that conversation of like, we have to, what are we doing? We got caught. I lost over half our freaking crew, but I have a plan. Use your magic, your song. And she's like, oh, I can't do this. Like, no. But together, I think we can make this work, because if we take them out, and he says that, he literally says that. Here's the clip.
Do it without every head witch. If we can take out Darius and Eberwolf.
Say no more, Rainstorm. What's the plan?
So he doesn't mean kill them? Know how you love someone when they bring up, let's murder some people, and you don't even question it. You're like, yeah, let's do that. Because he's like, the emperor is planning something. I don't know what it is, but he needs all the heads of the houses. And if we kill them, then he doesn't have them. He can't use them for whatever that day of reclamation or whatever it's called. So they're willing to murder these people to stop the emperor, which she's like, yeah, okay, let's do this, whatever your plan is. We see Ida's little boots, like they walked away. And, oh, you freaking idiot. She kicks the mud in his face, and that just pisses him off because he hates being like dirty. But he's like, forget it. I know you're out here. We're going to find you. And he uses like, you look at his eyes, because when he turns into like the abomination, like, these people are some scary ass people. So he turns into himself into it. So he's able to like, be like this giant goop monster. Look at those teeth. My goodness, that's some that would be one nasty bite. So I guess they're like in battle mode. They're ready to fight. Summons this giant wolf worm thing, this giant rat worm, and like, yeah, they're gonna fight. They're gonna do their things. But then we have Rain and Ida. They're like, okay, start playing your song. Just do it. And then they play together. They play so well together. My goodness, I just want these two to be together so bad. But with the mixture of his magic, or with Rain's magic and Ida's magic of like the way that it kills, it's able to like disrupt magic. Look how good this looks. My goodness, I absolutely love it. And know what it is? It's all that hair. All that hair makes it so beautiful. Ida, don't ever cut your hair. But look at the sadness. Look how sad, but she knows this is like it. They're gonna like it's the music's great. I'll try to play as much as I can without getting a copyright strike. But I absolutely love it. The way the camera swoops around and everything, it's just great. It's wonderful. But we see that the magic's starting to go out, and it's strong enough to start defeating their magic. Like it's a dispel spell. Like it hits him, and you can see it's causing him pain. Like it's actually killing him. They're gonna kill these people, which is that's again, like I said, that's true love. Let's go on a murder spree. But it's starting to affect them. And Rain looks over at Ida, and she's like, it doesn't matter. We got to do this. And Rain's down with it too. Let's all die. Oh man, we're all going to die. They care so much about their stopping Bellows. They're willing to all die. That's some conviction right there. That's when I liked Rain all the way up to this point, like before. Like when Rain was being all wishy-washy, I thought it was lame. But look at this. That's conviction, where he's like, hey, Ida, keep playing. We're going to die. She's like, fine, let's die together. And he's like, okay, let's do this. The picture of Luce and King falls out. And Rain's like, whoa, Ida, you got kids? you went and had a family and you have children? And she's like, well, they're not mine. Like they didn't come out of me, but they're kind of like, she doesn't want to admit it. Like, yeah, I do have like a family of sorts. And Rain's like, nah, we're done with this. I'm not doing that to you. I'm not going to let you die because they need you. Oh my God, this is beautiful. I don't want to cry. It's so good. I love it so much.
Don't give up so easily. They probably need you more than you realize.
This show could be this good all the time. Lets her foregoes the plan. And of course, since her dispel spell isn't working, they're going to get their magic back. And Rain's like, get out of here. They need you. You may not think it, you may not feel like it right now, but they need you, and be there for them no matter what. If they move on and do their lives and they got to do stuff, but you need to be there for them because I know how strong you are, how you inspired me. You can do that for other people. He puts his hand out. They put their, oh my goodness. Look at that. The way she, look at her face when she's holding Rain's hand. She is exactly where she wants to be. It's also funny that she's taller. I always find that funny when the girl's taller. I'm 6'4". It doesn't really happen to me very often, but Rain's like, yeah, go be with them. And he gets captured. Rain gets captured and everything. And he's able to like break her loose so she can get out of there. And he's able to just basically rescue her. Rain's there's a righteous dude. Like, you know, they're able to forego their plan, save the woman that Rain obviously is in love with. Why don't you say something? But I like how she has to let go. And that's another metaphor of letting go. Like she's going to have to do that with King and Luce too, right? But he's probably on to way to his death. I like how he's able to use the bow as like a weapon. That's super cool. Like the actual like string, like he's able to like swing it out and it hits. But he's not going to be able to fight these two at the same time. So he basically gets captured. Ida gets out of there, but now she's determined. Whatever King has to say, I know he's going to say it, but you know what? I'm going to be there for him because that's what I'm supposed to do. Like she has to like, you know, psych herself up. I love that. It's so cool. That's a little touch. I love it. She gets there. She gets her at the end of the race. They're neck and neck, and we see Luce. Oh, she photo finish for 5th place. Like, what the heck? She was winning. How did that happen? Like she was so in the lead. Then I go, Ida's super happy that she hears that she won 5th place. She's like, what the F? Like, how did you freaking lose? She's like, hey, what happened? We see that King got super sick and he threw up all over her. Why wasn't he on the back of the broom? Whatever. Again, why did he even have to be there? But who cares? 5th place is awesome. That, you know, you still won. Then I like how King's like, man, I'm not going to be able to give my message. My dad's not going to hear it. But Ida's like, hey, no one watches TV anyways. Just use. So they have the Crow cell phones. They have television. And now they have like these, again, like the hexagram things. Like she's going to stream this. So if you can stream and everything, why have a separate, that'd be like having a cell phone just for calls and a cell phone just for like streaming and like watching YouTube. That's so weird. Why aren't these things the same thing? But it's like, go ahead, just say what you want to say, King. King's like, hey, Dad, I just want you to know that I'm out here and I want to meet you and I want to talk to you and we can, you know, do father-son things and I'm ready to grow and find out who you are and oh, that's really nice. And everyone's watching Ida's stream because I guess Ida's a streamer. Everyone's watching it. Amity's watching Willow. Remember Willow? And then we see even like we see some like other kind of random people. Then we see this one dude who I guess is his dad. I didn't know what to expect for him to look like. I didn't expect King's dad to look like the trash lady from the Labyrinth. You know, he's kind of like hunched over and he has the King face. Like he has the skull face. So I'm assuming this is his dad. And he's like, you know, does this message and everything. And this is the sweetest thing in the world. I am a sucker for cheese. I am a sucker for family stuff. And he's like, you know what? And this is my friend and the woman who's been taking care of me, Ida. And I have this paperwork here. And I'm changing my last name to Clarthorne. So I'm King Clarthorne. So we will always be connected. Oh my God. It's so beautiful. I love it. I'm a little misty eyed. I ain't gonna lie. You're a little misty eyed. And she's like, what? She's like, yeah, you just have to sign off. And once you sign off, you're like, good. He'll have your name and that will always be. Look at her. Oh my God. I love it so much. And she's like, oh, this is what you wanted to tell me. It's beautiful. Look at this face. I look just like this right now. It means so much to her because no matter where he goes, that name will always be with him. And he chose it. So you're given your name. You're given a lot of things in your life and you have no control over it. He chose this because that's how much Ida means to him. Oh my God, I love it. This show can always be this good, even though it's not. Get back to Rain. And Rain's being tortured, which is super funny. Oh, that's hilarious. I think it's so stupid. And then the fact that what the other girl, the little wolf girl's watching the stream too. I'm like, everyone watches the stupid stream. But there, during that whole time, Rain escapes. Rain's running, runs into Kikimora. Oh, so where are you headed? We see Kikimora's other eye, and I do thought that was super cool that they did that whole juxtaposition where her iris is red and her eye's yellow, but her other eye is the opposite. So the iris is yellow and the eye's red. Super cool. I love that. That's a pretty cool little thing. But I do see, look at this. Look how Rain's like, yeah, whatever. What are you going to do? Ooh, big scary. You're going to kill me? I don't care. Super awesome. But they're like, nope, we're not going to kill you because we still need you. Then they like put like this, I don't know, bramble freaking evil spell on him. Like it's like grabbing into his skin. Yeah. Boom. End of the episode. What a great episode. I love talking about things that are great. And this is a great episode. We don't get them a lot. And when we focus on Ida, it's always great. You notice how every Ida episode is amazing. There's no bad Ida episodes, and not so far. I haven't seen them all. But this was awesome. I absolutely loved it. I love Rain and Ida together. They make an amazing. They work so well together. I'm not saying every people that are good together should always be, together in a relationship, but I don't see an issue here. They obviously care about each other. They obviously, the flirty back and forth and how Rain's able to be themselves around her. I just love it. It's great when they hold hands. It's when he grabbed her when she fell into his arms. Oh my God, I love that so much. But this whole what's the plan? What's he gonna? I'm assuming Bellos is gonna have to kill these wizards or these witches and like drain their powers to open up that portal to the earth. Why does he want that? I don't know what in the world he thinks he's gonna do on Earth. He hasn't been there in a while. Like why does he want to go? But yeah, great episode. I just want to see anything more Ida, more of that. Just give it to me all day long, and I would love the show with a 10 out of 10. But just seeing the family stuff, seeing how Ida is struggling with letting go, but she has to realize kids do grow up. King wants to make something of himself. He wants to meet his father, and that's something he can do, and he can do it on his own. He's strong enough to do it on his own. And if he ever needs her, just be there for him, and be support. And it's just great. Ida grew a lot in this episode, I think. Keep loose on the sidelines. It's a better show. But thanks for watching, guys. I definitely want to get through all these before the new season, and catch you on the next one.
Legally changing my name to King Clawthorn. Surprise, Ida! Now we're connected for life, and there's nothing you can do about it.
Crimson Sin here. Thanks for watching the video. Remember, you can contact us on any of the social media platforms in the description down below. And while you're here, be sure to click on one of the videos over on the right.